Hey, since the weather has warmed up today, beautiful spring day, I thought it's a perfect time to talk about foundation grading, one of the most important things about your home that can cause a lot of problems, and how it works and what to do. If your grade is negative, if you're on a negative slope, what that means is that the land surrounding your home slopes into your foundation when it's supposed to slope away from your foundation. So, like I said 1,000 times, my home was irresponsibly flipped. And one of the things that they did that a lot of homeowners do and don't think about is overseeding the lawn. So, they added dirt and debris to the existing lawn, planted seed without thinking ahead of time about the grade and the fact that adding soil to the lawn changed the slope right into my foundation. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm having to do to change that, and how you can do it. So I did speak to an engineer, like I told you guys, and about my foundation because it was cracking and I was a little bit concerned. I already know that the kind of cracks that I had were not the bad kind of cracks, but would they get larger and larger and larger with freeze thaw cycle? Now, he told me that he's not worried about the kind of cracks I have. Part of that, though, is because I do not have a basement. So these kinds of things are really important if you have a basement. So we're going to look at my foundation and what they did and my negative slope and some of the ways that I'm having to, unfortunately, dig up my yard and change. But it's pretty rewarding to get that taken care of, right? And know that you did a good job, that you did it yourself. And because you did it yourself and it's your home, you did it right. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the issues that I have here. Not good. So we can see here that I've got a negative grade. Got to come down like this, and you can see how the lawn is sloping into my foundation here. Yeah, that's not good. And you can see here that it's even, and the only reason it's not sloping into my house anymore is because I dug the land out. But look at how that's sloping toward the house. This big old slope here. That's not good, guys. You don't want to be doing this kind of thing. So I did dig it out to make kind of like a drainage area here. But you can see how the lawn was either even or sloping toward the house. And so I just got a little drainage ditch, put the dirt back here. Now this soil back here is too high. That soil still needs to come down. So that's my project. I'm letting it kind of settle through a freeze thaw cycle first, and then I'll rake it gently forward to recreate a bit of a slope here, because it does go completely into my house in the backyard. So let's come around the side, and I have dug out a little bit from here and put it up here, and again taking advantage of a freeze thaw cycle. And the next thing you do is I'll shake out that dirt and slope it away from my home, because they did put dirt over this lawn and it was going toward the house. That's a no-no, you guys. So we're going to go around front and I'll show you my project of what I'm doing to change that negative slope. So hang on one second. Let's go around front. So you can see here how they added soil to the lawn, and you get kind of like this sloping straight toward the home. They put these blocks here. Now this garden is my quick fix, but they did not change the grade. So they added a bunch of dirt all along here in the front to put in new lawn without adding any dirt or creating a slope here. And so this is basically flat, and you don't want it flat. So This will be dug out. And here you go. I'm waiting for the freeze-thaw cycle, which I've already had. And here, I have taken the dirt from here, torn out the lawn. You can see how much higher the lawn was, right? Yeah. So I've taken that out, and I've sifted out, separated out the silt. We have silt soil. The silt from the rocks, very rocky silt soil. So look at all that rock. I get free rock, which is great. So all these rocks, and I added some sand for some drainage and built back up the soil. There's my crack, one of them. And this crack is not a bad crack. I do have a crawl again. So it's not really harming the house so much, but you can see how I got this stirred up a little bit too high. You want it to be 8 inches. That is not, but I am packing this down and sloping it forward. So, too much dirt right along here. Way too much dirt they put to put in this nice green lawn. Yeah, it's a big project, but look at this. Look how much nicer that looks, you guys. Isn't that pretty? And you can see the hump here. That nice, yeah, that's not good. It goes right into the house, so you can see. Yeah, don't do that. When you overseed your lawn and things like that, you need to be sure you are not messing with that grade, right? So always measure what's up against your foundation before you do any overseeding or anything like that, because this is just draining right into my house. Not a good thing. So I'm doing the rock here, and then I'll be able to plant some shrubs. Now, when you do shrubs, you want to be sure they are at least 3 feet out. Do your research. I will be doing one right here at the corner and another over there all the way out from here. So about 3 feet. Now, because I have a crawl instead of a basement, you want a 6-inch grade. So you want to start against your foundation and slowly, about 6 to 10 feet out, take it down 6 inches. So from here to here, there's a 6-inch difference. That's the kind of slope you want. And you can see here I've made a kind of a ridge there, yeah. And then all of this is just going to come along here. And there's a nice little drainage ditch that I'll be making. Now, if you do drainage, he told me 10 feet out from your foundation, which I measured. It's 10 feet out from there. But I do need to be sure that I have extra dirt up there, because it will it is silt and it will erode down into my drainage ditch, which is fine so long as I've got that stuff packed down really, really well. And then the felt here is for weed control. And I'm just going to lay it out like that. And these step stones and everything, beautiful step stones, go right along here. So there you go. You can see this nice slope that I've recreated, and you can see where the lawn used to be. So the lawn was even and negatively sloped toward my foundation, which is not good.